I wanted to make a video. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Kim and I make videos on being a mom, my nursing career, my journey, all that stuff. So this video is kind of going to explain why I've been MIA. I graduated in May 2019 and I've been studying for my boards. So for my NCLEX-RN. So that's like my main reason to be an MIA, and it's just super busy with working and so on. So in this video I wanted to kind of like talk about my whole like nurse journey, my schooling kinda, and mainly the NCLEX, like how I prepared for the NCLEX, my studying schedule with the baby and working and so on. So I've been an LPN for 6 years. I always knew I wanted to be a nurse, so I started taking some prereqs at a community college upstate New York where I lived. Did that, then I moved to the city in New York City. Well, not in the city, but I just call the whole place. If it's not upstate, I call it like in the city. But I moved to the city and went to a nursing school. It was accelerated. It was an accelerated program. So each class was 8 weeks. It was a year and a half program. So yeah, I was supposed to graduate November in 2018, but I failed my last nursing class by a point and a half, so I had to go back in February and retake the class. So that's the reason why I graduated in May of 2019, past May. So it was so rough for me. Like, it was so discouraging when I failed my class, because it was like the first class I ever failed, and I was like, oh my god, like I was to the end, and also at the end of my pregnancy. So my last 2 classes of nursing school, I was pregnant, and I was supposed to finish in November, have the baby in December, and I was like, this is planned, this is great, perfect time. Boom, like I failed the class. I was like, there's no way I can do this. Like, how am I gonna do this with a baby? And I was moving back upstate, so that's 2 hours away now. I'm like, this is impossible. Like, it's not gonna happen. I was like so depressed. I was so sad for like a month. I would cry every single day, and I would cry about every 2 hours. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, no matter what was going on, like no matter how much like my husband tried to cheer me up, like nothing worked. I was depressed. I was like, I'm a failure. Like, I don't fail at like anything. I never fail at anything. And that was like the biggest thing that I ever failed at. And I just felt so like discouraged. I was like, I'm not even gonna be a nurse. Like, this is just like ridiculous now. Like, I'm pregnant. I studied so hard. I worked so hard. So anyways, you know, I got over that, because before I knew it, it was time for me to retake the class. As I said, my school is every 8 weeks. So it's like a 3-week break, and then like it's like go right back. So I was like, you know what? I gotta do this. I have to do this for Sophia. I have to do this for, like, you know, my husband, who's been there, you know, supporting me, all that stuff, and believing in me. So I get it together, and I was like, girl, just do this. Just do this. You're gonna make it work. So I did. It was tough. It was hard, but it was it was worth it. It was worth it. Like, oh my gosh, it was definitely worth it. Like, getting up 4 o'clock in the morning, driving 2 hours, you know, pumping on the side of the road. Yes, like, yes, I used to pump, because clinical was 8 hours. For us, it was full 8 hours. So I would be in the hospital, and I just didn't want to pump in the hospital. So I would manually pull over on the highway, because I have to drive on a main highway, because as I said, I'm 2 hours away. So I would pull over, pump like manually and stuff, because I'd be so like engorged. So I was pumping, doing that, like taking bathroom breaks at school, like all that stuff. So I left Sophia like at 1 month. Then I started back school in February. So I was home with her and my husband for the first month, and then after that I started back work and school at the same time. So, you know, it was definitely tough. I'm probably gonna make like a video on like how I studied, how I like organized my folders, my binder, all that stuff, and my time. Oh, so okay, look, I'm gonna. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm so happy, so happy. This is like one of like my favorite tattoo that I have. So yeah. Anyways, it was a tough semester, my last semester, but I retook the class with the same instructor, all that stuff, and I just gave it my all. I studied my butt off. Like I was just like, you gotta do this. Then I had like classmates that graduated before me, but we were like, you know, still in contact. Like they might rather die. Like they were like, oh, they knew when I had like exams. They were like, oh, you got this. Oh, you got, like, they motivated me so much. My family, like my husband, like, and just getting up to see Sophia, like telling her bye, like, oh, I'm going to school. That's like the biggest motivation like ever. So yeah, I studied my butt off for my final, and I needed a 78. I needed exactly like the passing to pass a class. And I got a 86 on final. Like, why didn't I get that like 2 months ago? But you know, it is what it is. You know, what's for you will be for you when God is ready. It ain't your time. So that's what I told myself. And I was so happy to be there, like be at graduation, and she being there. She like went with me. Like I felt like she went to nursing school with me because I was putting up for 2 semesters. She felt the stress, she felt all of that, and like to just walk the stage and graduating with clinical honors, like I bust my ass for that. And like just to look and see her like laugh like in the crowd, like that was like amazing feeling, man. So anyways, I passed, I graduated. I took like a month. It was like the second week of June, we were able to like sign up to take our boards. And I was like, okay, let me give myself a little bit of time. I don't want to rush. I don't want to feel like it was rushed. And I wanted to go back to the same NCLEX site where I went for my LPN. I don't know why, but I just feel like I knew the location. I knew where it was going. I didn't have to like drive to the site, get familiar with it. So, you know, that's why I just like picked back that site. So it was like super packed. That site had like no availability. Like it was like either 1 week from the time I got my date or like 3 weeks, and I was like, no, I need more. So I did it on August 16th, and yes, I did it. I did all 265. Like I went in and I was like, okay, whatever they give me, they give me. I'm not going in thinking like, oh yeah, I want to be done on 75. Like, no, I went in there and I was like, whenever this computer shut off, it shuts off. I'm going to do my best. And Kim, like I was talking to myself, Kim, do not make your anxiety get the best of you, because you ain't got no $200 to go like take this whole test again. I was like, do not make, I rather like did my best, and it just, you know, wasn't my time, then I retake it. But I like talked myself like get there. I got there about 2 hours early. An hour, like about an hour, I went over my labs, and I listened to one video that I really wanted to rewatch, so I did that. Then I just like relax, listen to some music, just like chill out, go in there, walk, went to the bathroom, do all that stuff. So yeah, I did the entire 265. It took me, my exam was at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I came out at about 12. So yeah, I took my time. I was just like, you know what? At first, I wasn't paying attention to the time. Then when I reached like 70, I was like, okay, let's see what happened. I kept going. I was like, okay, I know I passed 75 questions. I was like, all right, 90 something. I said, okay. So 150, I said, all right, girl, just keep going. Just keep going. All right. Then when it hit like 190, something like that, I said, well, goddamn. I said, what? I know I'm definitely gonna be doing this 265. I said, all right, 200, okay, 250. I said, dear Jesus, take the wheel, Jesus. I was like, oh my God, oh God, I'm really gonna do it. I'm gonna do the whole 265, and I did the whole 265. But I walked out like I just started crying. I just started crying because I was just like, I need this so bad. Like, I need this so bad. I didn't know how I feel. Like, I feel like you just come out of the, I feel like you just come out like, I think I answered like 5 right. I swear to God. I was like, 5. I think 5. I got meds that I was like, never heard in my life. I got like some questions. I was like, wait, what? I said, I think this is all wrong. I was like, I had like a question. I was like, I think they messed up on this question. Like, I was just like so over it. I was just like, dear Jesus, like I did my best. I tried, and then I was like starting to like think more on questions. And I was like, I failed. I was like, I failed. I was like, there was like some questions that I felt like I didn't even know. Like I never heard of some stuff before. There wasn't too much of that. I got so much select all apply, which I prepared myself for, because for my LPN, I did the entire 200 and what 55. I sure did the entire 255, and I walked out feeling the same way. I was just like, whatever. I can't do nothing about it now. I did my best, and that's it. So I was like, I'm not gonna go home and do no Pearson view check. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like 4 hours after, I was like, and I got the pop up. So a lot of like you can just Google the Pearson view trick. It's like super popular, and it was like my first time doing it. I didn't do it for my LPN. So when I went on there, I did what they say, put in your card information, try to re-register for the test, and if you put in like your wrong expiration, but everything else about the card, your Visa card or whatever you're paying with is correct, then if you get a pop-up that says, sorry, you cannot like you cannot register because you currently have a exam date or something like that, something of that sort. I don't remember exactly, but if you get that, that means you pass. So I was like, okay. I was just like, you know what? Let me wait, because it's just 4 hours. I tried back again at 9 p.m. Said the same thing. I said, oh God, okay, I'm not gonna do this anymore, because I was like, now I don't want to like jinx myself or like make myself feel comfortable or like feel like, oh yeah, I passed and I didn't, because it's a trick. It's not guaranteed. So the next day I was at work. It was like 1 in the morning. I work night shifts, and I was like, I want to do it again. This was Saturday. I was like, I want to do it again. It's been over 24 hours now, and I got the pop-up. I said, oh my gosh. I said, I might have really passed this exam. So then Sunday morning, I got home at 8 from work. Around 9 o'clock, I said, let me check it. I was like, it's not fully 24 hours yet, because I believe it's supposed to, not fully 48 hours. I believe it's supposed to be from the time you come out of your exam. So for me, it would have been at noon on Sunday. But I said, you know what, let me try it. I tried it, and it was like, oh, your results are available. I said, oh my God. I called my husband. He came in the room with the baby. I was like, Stevie, like, they say like I can pay for my results right now. So I sure did. I paid the $70, the $7 and what, 90 something cents, something like that. So I paid that. I made my husband, like, I turned, I was like, oh my God, no, 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 no. And he like had the computer with the baby, because I was like, I'm shaking at this point. I'm sweating in places that, child, I don't even know. I could sweat. I was sweating underneath my breast. I was sweating everywhere. I was shaking. I was like, oh my God, dear Jesus. I started praying, because God, no. Like, this felt like when I was checking my grades for the semester. Like, because for my school, you cannot retake the class again after you fail it once. Like, I had the same feeling. I was so scared. So my husband hit it, and he hit submit, and he's like, reading my name, reading the exam. I said, just tell me, like, what's the result? He was like, pass. I said, oh my God, God is good. I cried all day Sunday. Like, I still can't believe it. I'm just so happy that's over with. And, you know, like, now I can start, you know, another, like, level of this whole, like, career. Is amazing. It's amazing. So, what I used was UWorld. I used UWorld. UWorld was like my main source for doing my questions, and I read my rationals. So I did my I paid for like a 30-day UWorld, and then it was gonna expire before my exam. So I renewed it. So I ended up with 2 self-assessment and just the same amount of questions. I believe it's like 2,000 something questions. So um I did that. I did more than half of the questions. And then a week before my exam, I took my self-assessment. Now with that, I had like 2 math questions that I never had paper and pen. So I kept going back and forth between the calculator, and that took up so much of my time. It was like so ridiculous. It was 100 questions, and I finished at like 85, and it shut off on me because it's timed or something is in my eye, and it's like timed. So I finished at 85, so it marked 15 wrong, like automatic wrong. So I was just like, now I pretty much wasted my self-assessment because it's not going to really assess me that good because I never even got to finish it. And with me doing the 85 and getting 15 wrong because I didn't complete it, I got a thing that says I have a high chance of passing. I said, oh, okay. Okay then. So I said, all right, let me not, you know, make it be like my judgment. Clearly I have to improve on my time. Clearly I have to improve on, you know, making sure I like do my questions like more time efficient. So 2 days before my NCLEX, I took my second self-assessment, and with that one I was good on my time. Like I had like 30 minutes extra like on my time because I give you 2 hours to do the 100 questions, and I had a good amount of like time leave over. So I think it was actually 20 minutes I had left. So with that one, I completed it, all the 100 questions, and I got a 72 or 74%. Like I was like 74th in a percentile. Then I had a very high chance of passing. So I said, oh, okay, this is the good sign. This is good. So UWorld was super helpful. Oh my gosh, their rationals, like they need to give us questions like that in nursing school, and the teachers need to have like rationals for when we ask them why is the answer, because those are amazing. Oh my God, they were so good. I learned so much from that. Then another thing that I did was I listened to Mark Clemex. I believe that's his name. So I have the audio for his 3-day review. Oh, his strategies on remembering things are really, really good. So I use that a lot. Like I didn't review much in my NCLEX Saunders, so I also use this. So what I would do is if there's like cardiac, I wanted to really go back over and hit on here because based on my UWorld, I was like, I needed to improve. So whatever UWorld was saying that I needed to improve more on, I will go back in here and do it. So when I did that, and listened to like the audio, I didn't write notes from the audio. I just listened to it as I was going to work, you know, when I was driving, when I could really focus on listening to it. So I listened to that. I had a printout of like his book and so on. So I had that. I was reviewing those notes. So this UWorld, and this is just a printout of like pretty much the whole entire like 3-day review for Mark Clemex. So in here, if I had time, I would listen to it and look on it. But if I didn't, I would just listen to it, you know, if I'm driving. And then I would just go through this. to reiterate or like review back what I had listened to, because it's the same thing but just, you know, on paper so you can actually see it. So that's what I did. Then 2 days before my exam, I went on like NCLEX quick notes for, I think that's what I typed in on Google for the NCLEX. So like quick, like, you know, to the point, concrete information that you feel like I felt like probably needed to be like known before we go take the test. So on nurse's lab, I laminated this myself because I got a baby, and this girl do not leave my box or anything like alone. Like she see it, she grab it. So I laminated this because I knew she was gonna go for it, and I was right. So on nurse's lab created this. So on here I had like, it gives you like test information, vital signs, lab values, your electrolytes, so on. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's what it had. Then it also had therapeutic drug level. OMG, I had like questions on these, and I was like, I'm so happy I had this. So you know, like for certain medications, they're like certain toxicity level that we should know. So on here also had that. So it had that. It had maternity stuff. It had peds. Oh, it had like, it have stuff that was like to the point. The biggest part that I really liked was when they talk about the medications and like important things about the medication class. So like, okay, for example, right here it had like a diuretics, what it does, which is it decrease the water sodium from the loop of Henle. But then like certain things were like let's see, I'm trying to see something. Okay, so with another section, when it has like, okay, the Jackson, so right here it says like, you know, you assess the pulse. And then for let's see, like Coumadin. Okay, Coumadin was on here. It was like watch out for signs and symptoms. So it makes you, it gives you some popular medications, and I might actually insert like pictures of it or something. I don't know. I might just post a link of it so you guys can have access to it. But like whatever like the main medication was, important things that were specific to that medication. Like for example, like let's see. I said the Coumadin, they had Versed on here, rivampicine, which is like, you know, that caused like the tears, the urine and all that to be orange. So like certain stuff like that was here. It had the milestones. It also had like culture consideration. It has all this amazing. So the positioning of clients. So it will say like the disease or procedures and what positions you should be putting the patients in. That is good. That is very good. Very good. So yeah, so this is what I used, and I looked over this the day before my NCLEX. And the day before my NCLEX, all I did was review this. I reviewed my EKG strips. I looked over my growth and development for peds, and that's pretty much all I did. I didn't do questions the day before. Wait, actually, I think I did. I think I just did like 75 questions. And then the day off, as I said, it was in the morning. So within that time when I was there in my car, because I was there towards early, like what I said, I looked over this again. So I had a chance to look over this one last time right before I went in. And it was super good, like super helpful in regards to my labs, especially because labs are so important. So pretty much that's it. That's all I use. That's, you know, everything how I prepared for the NCLEX, my whole NCLEX experience / nursing school. So this is like a compact video in one. So I'm not like babbling on about one thing in one video. So thank you guys for watching, and I got this tattoo, you know, nurse for life. Oh my god, it's so cute, so awesome. So now I'm just going to be applying for jobs, and hopefully, you know, I get called for something cool. I'm looking into going to the hospital, but you know, whatever I get, I think I'm gonna go with. I don't know yet. So for right now, I'm keeping my job that I have. I do nights. It works very good with my schedule. And also I start Chamberlain online BSN program. I'm doing the BSN online because it's time is like good for, you know, the baby and working and so on. So I'm excited for that. I start that in a few weeks. So thank you guys for watching. And you know, if you're getting ready to take your NCLEX, or you know, you're at the end of nursing school, just keep pushing. At the end of the day, you know this is what you want. Some people know this is what they want since they were little, like myself. Like, so just believe in yourself. Don't watch the time when you're like in there. Not like watch it, mean like, you know, be conscious of it, but don't like rush to, and don't feel like, oh, I didn't finish at 75, you know, that mean I probably failed or I'm not smart enough. Like, don't think about none of that, okay? Because at the end of the day, you gonna pass, okay? That's the main focus. 265 to 75, at the end of the day, when they say pass, that's all what matters. Like, that's all that matters. So just going, be confident, putting the time to study, and you know what works best for you. You've been studying like for how long now, like in nursing school, so you know you're studying and you know what works best for you. So I wish you guys luck. And if you guys want me to post, I'm probably just going to still find the link and post it for this, because this was very, very helpful. I think it was super helpful. And the NCLEX book that I used. So I wish you guys best of luck on your exam. I wish you guys you know, just stay focused, and you guys gonna pass. You got this. You are amazing. You're smart. And I did it pregnant, like nursing school pregnant. I had my downfall. Like, I failed class before, like all of that. I've been through that. But you just make those things motivate you more. So whatever it is in your life that, you know, is gonna motivate you, or what you've been through, make that motivate you, and you're gonna do amazing, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be a nurse. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, just comment below, or anything like that, just let me know. Or any videos you may want me to do regarding nursing school or with the baby Sophia. And I'm also going to give like a little update on her milestone also. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Bye.